Hey everyone, welcome back. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to make a punch mechanic in Roblox Studio from scratch. We'll cover the local script that plays animations and detects hits, the server script that actually applies damage, how to add animations and sounds, where to place everything, and a few safety improvements so cheaters can't exploit your game. This is beginner friendly, so don't worry if you've never scripted before. I'll explain every line. Let's jump in. For this tutorial, you need Roblox Studio, a basic character and play mode, and the Explorer and Properties panels visible. We'll create a remote event in replicated storage, add our local script and sounds to starter player scripts, and a server script in server script service. First, in Explorer, right-click Replicated Storage, insert Object, Remote Event. Rename it Kill Humanoid Event. This remote event lets the player tell the server, I hit someone safely. Next, open Starter Player Scripts. We'll put our local script there so it runs for each player. Finally, open Server Script Service and add a script. This will be the server-side handler that applies damage. You'll need two things: an animation that looks like a punch and sound files. One for the swing and one for a hit sound. To make or import animations, create the animation in Roblox Studio's animation editor. While a model is selected, export, upload it, then copy the numerical asset ID. For sounds, import audio into Roblox, then copy the sound asset IDS. In scripts, we'll use IDs like RBX asset ID //1234556. Replace those with your own IDs. Put the swing and hit sound objects as children of the local script. That way, the client can play them locally for immediate feedback. In the example code you gave, the script references script.swing and script.hit, so make sure those sound objects are direct children of the local script and named exactly swing and hit. Now let's go line by line through your local script. I'll read each block, say what it does, then summarize. This local script listens for when the player presses the E key. When that happens, it plays a punch animation, plays a swing sound for 15 characters, and temporarily connects a touched event to the player's right hand to detect if they hit another player. If a hit is detected, it fires a remote event to the server, telling it to apply damage. We get common Roblox services: players to access the local player, user input service to detect key presses, replicated storage to access the remote event, and content provider to preload assets. Animations. Local player is a shortcut to the player running this client. Damage is the number of hit points we want to subtract, and debounce prevents the player from spamming the punch too quickly. This event fires whenever the player presses a key or interacts. We check input.keycode equals enum.keycode.e to run the punch only when they press E. Game processed. Event tells us if the game already used this input. We ignore it if so. We check if not debounce, so the player has to wait between punches. After the punch, we set debounce equals true, then wait 2 and set it back to false. That creates a 2-second cooldown. You can change that value. The script checks the character's humanoid.rig type. R6 uses different body part names, right arm, while R15 uses right hand. So there are two paths, one for R6 animations, animation ID, another for R15, animation ID. Replace those animation IDs with your own via the animation editor upload step. We create an animation instance, Set animation ID to the uploaded animation RBXAssetID // parent it to the humanoid, then use content provider, preload async with the animation to reduce stutter, and finally call humanoid, load animation and :play to play it. Preloading ensures the animation is ready before playing. After the animation starts, we connect a touched event to the player's right hand. The onTouch function checks whether the touched object belongs to someone who has a humanoid, meaning it's another character. We then check hit debounce, so one punch doesn't hit multiple times instantly. If valid, the code fires the remote event to the server telling it which humanoid to damage, passes the script.hitSound and the damage number, then disconnects the touched listener and resets hit debounce after 1 second. Your local script passes script.hitASound instance to the server. That will sometimes work, but it's best practice not to send instance references across the network because it can be insecure or inconsistent. A safer pattern is to pass a simple value, like the sound asset ID, or to let the client play the sound locally when it detects the hit, and let the server only handle damage. I'll show a safer pattern at the end. We call touch disconnect after a successful hit, so the function stops listening, and we set the hit debounce, so a single swing won't register multiple hits. There are wait 1 and wait 2 calls. Wait 1 gives a short gap after hitting before allowing the hand to hit again. Wait 2 is the global cooldown before you can punch again. You can tune these to your gameplay. Now the server script, this is where the game actually subtracts health. We get replicated storage, then wait for a kill humanoid event. On-server event fires when a client calls RemoteEvent: fire server. The first parameter the server receives is the player who fired the event, here named Fire Player. Roblox automatically provides that. After that, the server receives whatever the client sent. In your code, it expects target humanoid, sound, and damage. The server tries to preload the sound and then calls take damage on the target humanoid to reduce health, and plays the sound. Important caution here, playing a client-side sound instance on the server like this can be unreliable. Also, we must never trust the client to tell us damage or which player they hit without validation. A player could cheat by firing the event with arbitrary data. Now test and play solo. Press E and try to punch an NPC or another test character. Watch the animation and listen for sounds. If the target's health goes down, the server code worked. That's it. You now have a working punch system with animation, sound, and a server that applies damage. If you want, I can also make a second video showing how to add particle effects on hit, make combo attacks, or create a stamina system. Let me know in the comments which one you want. If this helped, like and subscribe for more Roblox scripting tutorials. See you next time.